Okay, so let me ask you: did you see or read the report made by Francesca Albanese yesterday in Geneva, where she actually what she showed was irrefutable, as far as she's concerned, irrefutable evidence that Israel engaged in genocide. Did you see the report? What is your comment on it?
I did see the report. Let me say a couple things about it. First, we have for a long-standing period of time opposed the mandate of this special rapporteur, which we believe is not productive. And when it comes to the individual who holds that position, I can't help but note a history of anti-Semitic comments that she has made that have been reported.
She made anti-Semitic comments?
She has, and comments she made in December that appeared to justify the attacks of October 7th. So I think it's important to take that into account. But with respect to the report itself, we have made clear that we believe that allegations of genocide are unfounded. But at the same time, we are deeply concerned by the number of civilian casualties in Gaza, and that's why we have press the government of Israel on multiple occasions to do everything it can to minimize those civilian casualties.
Yeah, well, she's been getting a lot of death threats and other threats and so on, because people think she made anti-Semitic comments and so on. Let me just go on to another topic.
You can't make a comment like that without letting me respond. Obviously, death threats against anyone are inappropriate.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you also about you're talking with the Israelis about a different way of going after the operatives or leaders of Hamas and Rafah, rather than a full-scale invasion. I mean, two things on this. One is, of course, Mr. Netanyahu said that by April, come what may, they're going to go in to Rafah. But that aside, how do you envision this? I mean, we're talking about a city that is the population before October 7 was 250,000. Now it's 1.4 million people. It is, and allegedly all the operatives operate out of tunnels and so on. So you envision, let's say, forces like the Delta Force or similar forces, Israeli forces and so on, going in, while these people are so crowded being there. How would they do it? How would this really happen when you have such...
Hold on, I got the question.
Okay.
I appreciate your request to be invited into the meeting where we would brief on these exact options to the government of Israel, but I think I'm going to decline to make those public before, and certainly before we can talk to the government of Israel about them.